Dead by Daylight is the only game I've ever played where the community will shame you for trying to win the game while simultaneously saying, "Why do you care so much about winning?" as they are complaining about people trying to win. It's absolutely insane. I posted that tweet the day that I'm making this video, and originally I was just going to kind of leave it at that tweet and just let it do its thing, farm its numbers and all that other good shit, but eventually I came to realize that this is actually something that's been bothering me for a long time, and while I've made several videos alluding to it, I've never dedicated an entire video to this phenomenon. So let's talk about it. Now, when it comes to playing video games, I have been gaming for literally my entire life. Since the very moment I could hold a controller, it was put into my hands and I was playing video games. I'm 31 years old. I've been gaming since I was probably about 6 or 7. It's just always been a passion in my life. And so, of course, when the PvP multiplayer boom came in the late 2000s, along with the Xbox 360 and PS3, I, of course, was not only there for that, but I was involved in many of the multiplayer games. I've been through so many of them, I've lost count at this point, and I am not kidding when I say that Dead by Daylight is the only game I've ever played where people are shamed ridiculously for trying to win the game. Now, I've said in the past that this mostly goes toward killer players, and I still maintain that while I have seen killer players complain that survivors are trying to, survive, killers seem to be the ones that are at the base end of this, right? Killers will get shamed for 4-man slugging before hooking everybody because the survivors brought flashbangs and background players and sabos and all this other stuff, and then they'll be like, "Whoa, why is the killer trying so hard to win? Why are we getting punished for bringing our perks?" And it's like, you're not getting punished, you're getting countered. Counterplay is happening. You are playing the game and you are trying to win by preventing hooks, and so the killer is doing what they have to make sure you can't prevent the hooks. And this is a common sentiment that I see basically all over the place. You'll see a lot of people bring something like Flip-Flop Tenacity Boilover, go to the top ropes of Eerie of Cox or Ormond or something like that, and then whenever the killer slugs and leaves you on the ground and refuses to pick you up, you bitch and moan and whine and complain. But like I said, killers do this sometimes as well. They'll just instantly pick up underneath a pallet and then get pallet saved and then get mad. What was the survivor supposed to do? Let you fucking hook their teammate? No. Everybody is bringing stuff to win. Yes, obviously people can bring meme builds, but the reality of that is if you're bringing a meme build, if you're bringing something just for fun and you get outplayed and you get countered and you lose, then that's just the reality of the situation. Is it fun? No, not necessarily. Should there be a separate mode in the game to where people can sweat and can try hard and that expectation is there? Maybe. That's another discussion for another day, but the point is that no other game plays like this. No other game do people go in with the expectation to win with whatever they brought and then get mad at the other person who is also expecting to win with whatever they brought. Now, within the DBD community, some people have kind of coped and given different conditions on what they consider a win. You know, some killers are like, "Oh, I just want 8 hooks. If I get 8 hooks, I feel like I've won." Some survivors are like, "Oh, if I last X amount of gens, I feel like I've won." Things like that. But in reality, the biggest head-on collision comes when people are actively going out of their way to get the 3K or get the 4-man out. These are things that are done in the effort of trying to secure a win, and just the way that people will post in-game screenshots all over Twitter, or they'll fucking go out of their way. One person got camped, they got proxy camped, and they fucking went on Twitter and posted this person's Twitch stats and viewer shamed because they got fucking proxy camped in a video game. Do you understand how absolutely insane this is? The DBD community cares so much about winning the video game that when they lose the video game, they do shit like fake grooming allegations. That is asinine. Literally asinine. The DBD community is the most unhinged community I've ever met in my life, because the act of losing in a video game causes some of you to go so far above and beyond even the worst of gaming communities. I have played in games where I got told to off myself in my very first match. I was playing League of Legends, and my very first match, we were against bots, and I apparently wasn't jungling properly or whatever the fuck, and this dude goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I was like, I'm killing the little minion dudes. And he's like, "Oh my god, we're gonna lose against bots, kill yourself." What the fuck, right? And the same thing happened when I played Valorant. My very first match of Valorant, some omen was in a smoke, and I didn't push the smoke, and the dude was like, "He's 1 HP, why didn't you push the smoke? Kill yourself, you're so useless." It was my first game. And you know what's crazy? In both of those scenarios, I thought that was the most toxic I've ever seen a community. But it was nothing compared to the Dead by Daylight community. The Dead by Daylight community is the only community I have ever seen where if someone wins in a video game, the Dead by Daylight community will go outside of that game and do everything they can to publicly shame people and throw horrendous shit at people, and then just start the dumbest fucking arguments on Twitter about it. The way you people treat the way you people treat trying to win in a fucking player versus player game is insane to me. And like I said, I've never seen this happen in any other community. No other community have I ever played in where the other side is trying to win and people are like, "Oh my god, so cringe. Why are you doing that? Why are you using this strategy? Why are you using these powers?" Like yeah, don't get me wrong, there are games where people don't like certain characters. They find certain characters very aggravating or even oppressive, but people aren't typically shamed for using the most powerful strategies. More of people are just frustrated with the most powerful strategies being so powerful. But that's not even the case here. It's not that the most powerful strategies are too powerful. It's that a lot of the strategies aren't fun to play against, and that sucks, but that's unfortunately the nature of the core of this game. Tunneling, slugging, camping, these are all things that the killer has to do as terms of catch-up tools. There's 4 of you and 1 of them, and they have to tilt the scales in any way they can. Now, I have said in the past that things like putting all 4 people on the ground and then standing around like a fucking dope while they all just sit there and bleed out for 4 minutes is a cringe fucking thing to do, and I don't find that to be a quote-unquote valid win strategy. Once all 4 people are on the ground, you should 100% pick them up and put them on the hook so that everybody gets to go next. Standing there for 4 minutes while they all bleed out is just cringe-ass behavior, and realistically speaking, you're just doing it to be a dick, right? But if someone puts what is called what my friend Revium has dubbed the 4 on the floor strategy, where you knock all 4 people and then you go to hook them, that's a valid strategy to try to win. Is it fun to play against? No, absolutely not. But that's the problem with the DBD community. The DBD community, I made the video about entitlement, right? I don't know when that video is going up, but I made the video about entitlement, where the DBD community is just so fucking obsessed with their own individualistic fun. They are so addicted to, if they are not individually having fun, then that just makes the other side an asshole. That makes the other side a piece of shit. That makes the other side toxic. And I never really understood this. From the very first day I started playing this game, I never understood why trying to win is considered toxic within the DBD community, and why so many people expect the other side to let them win. I don't get it. I don't understand it. How do y'all do that? Like, how do you like, what's the word I'm looking for? How do you coincide your bitching about someone trying to win and not realize like the hypocrisy that you hold in that, right? Because obviously you care about winning if you're mad that someone else is trying to win, right? And then you turn around and you're like, winning's not that important. Of course it is. It's important to you, because otherwise you would just take the loss and say, "Wow, that sucks. That was kind of boring to play against," and you just move on. And you know, that's the thing. Like, sometimes shit's just boring to play against. Head-on bully squads, I can't fucking stand them. It's fucking boring. I hate trying to interact in a good chase and then getting head on 3 times in a row because everybody fucking, the whole squad's just hiding in a row of lockers along a place. It's not fun. It's not interesting. It's fucking frustrating. And sometimes I'll even just fucking stand there and let them fucking just go do gens or something. Cause I mean, why? I don't want to play. I don't want to play like that. Right. And I get that. I understand not wanting to play the game if you don't think it's fun, but at the same time, I'm not going to shame them for it. It's boring and I don't like it, but fuck it, dude. If that's how they want to try to win the game, that's how they want to try to extend chases so that their teammates can fucking do generators, then that's a valid strategy. Is it boring to go against? Absolutely. The same thing with fucking Flashbang background player and Flashbangs and Sabo background player. Especially after the Sabo buffs. Look, man, I don't like fucking leaving you on the floor, but that's the way that I have to do it because that's the way that you're playing. And that's just my whole fucking thing. Like, it's one thing to shame people for trying to win the game. It's another thing for bringing a specific play style and then getting mad because the killer played to counter your specific play style, right? Like, you brought that play style to prevent hooks. The killer then has to slug all of you in order to get the hooks in because you brought a playstyle specifically to stop hooks. How are you going to get mad that you're trying to win by stopping the killer from hooking you so the killer then has to counter? I don't get it. I don't understand why people get so upset at the killer trying to win a video game or the survivors trying to win a video game. Just play the counterplay, and if you get counterplayed, just fucking bear it. Is it boring? Sure. Is it frustrating? Sure. But that doesn't matter. You don't get to try to win the game and then get mad when the person counters you trying to win the game. That's all I have for you guys today, though. As always, a great big special thank you to my channel members listed on screen now. If you want to find out how to become a channel member today, get awesome perks like seeing videos early, merch discount codes, and more, then please click that join button down below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Need more Kaiser in your life? Well, I've got you covered. Check out my second channel, The Kaiser Extras, where I upload full gameplays, stream compilations, me reacting to your Dead by Daylight clips, and more. We also upload a daily short with all the greatest clips from stream. We'll see you over there. Link is in the description.